If I ask you to differentiate this, what will you get? You will bring this down, become 6, then subtract the power by 1. So this is the differentiation process. But integration asks you to do the opposite. So what do you need to do? You add the power by 1, add back, and then instead of multiply, you divide by the new power. This is 2, right? You divide by the new power. So can you see you get back this? So I repeat the process one more time. Differentiation is you bring down the power to multiply, and then you subtract the power by 1. Integration is opposite. I add the power back by 1. Instead of multiply, I divide by the new power. After you add the power, you divide by the new power. So, let's look at this one. Let's look at this. This is how I normally differentiate this, right? I bring this power down, subtract power by 1. But what if I want to integrate this? What would I do? Okay, I will plus 1 to this power. Divide by the new power. Can you see you get back 1/3 x cubed? So it's the same thing, but it's the opposite process. Okay? So I'm just trying to show you what we are doing now. So normally we differentiate this. We get 4 times half. Okay, so you end up getting 2x cubed. Ayo. Okay? So we end up having this. But if we integrate, okay, this symbol is the integrate symbol. It's just like your eye. Okay, it's just like your eye. So if you integrate this is with respect to with respect to x. So what do we get?
This one, the cube is gone. You never put in the cube.
Oh.
It's 2x cubed.
Okay, sorry. So we will add 1 to the power.
4, then 2.
And then divide by the new power 4. So can you see that you end up having 2. So can you see it's the same as this? What? Okay? So what I'm trying to tell you is the reverse. So I'm not going to show the other 2 already. It is... Okay, C is just 5, power 1 bring down. You get 5, right? So if you integrate 5, there was supposed to be a x to the power of 0 there. So what you do is add the power by 1, divide by new power. So can you see you end off with a 5x? Okay? So it is just the opposite step. So everything that you have learned previously is just the reverse. Instead of multiply, we times. Instead of subtracting the power, we add. Okay? So what we can do here is this. Power rule was bringing the power down, right? But integration is we add power by 1. Okay, divide by new power. Okay, so for example, if I ask you to integrate x to the power of k. Okay, then it will be k plus 1 divide by k plus 1, the new power. Add by 1, divide by new power. Yes.
When you mean like, that is the opposite way, right?
Yeah.
So what do you mean by that?
You see this one, we bring down the power to multiply, correct? We bring down the power 3, bring down to multiply, we subtract power by 1, right? So now to do the opposite, we add back the 1. Yes.
So we bring it down, so 3 plus 1.
Yes. So you see, let's say this one. Okay, behind got example. Okay, for example, this one.
So how do
We add power 1.
So how do we differentiate, like...
When to differentiate or integrate? You look at the symbol, lor. When they write d dx, there is differentiate. When they write this very funny thing, right? Like musical note like that, right? It's integrate.
That's an F without the.
I want to
Not
try
F lah. Okay, so this one, a quick one. They ask you to integrate x squared with respect to x. So what we do is we add 1 to the power. Can you see we add 1 to the power? Yes, then now we need to divide by new power. Okay, but I just need to let you know that when you integrate, right, they want you to add in a constant here. Because there are many possibilities where you can get this plus 5 when you differentiate, the constant is gone.
You just put C or
So you
any.
just put a plus C there to complete all possible type of answer. Okay? So just add a constant there to let them know that it can have plus 0, plus 1, plus 5, plus anything, but it will still differentiate to the same answer. So simplify, your answer become x cubed over 3 plus C. So just add this to cover all cases. Okay, what about this one? Just now we talked about it, right? It's like a x to the power of 0. Yes, when you integrate.
She just like, you know, when you differentiate, and then you're like, for example, you have 5 on the back, differentiate it becomes 0. Yeah, so this one's to cover all possibilities.
Okay, it's just like, you see, how can I get 5 when I differentiate this? This will give me 5, right?
So like, if you
But
have this,
5x plus 10 when I differentiate
You
also
get
give
it.
me 5. 5x plus
like, if
200
you
if I
have this
differentiate
and
it
you
also gives me 5.
differentiate,
So the problem is we just want to make sure that we cover all the different cases. If there's a constant there when we differentiate, it's as good as
it
it's not
becomes
there.
x squared and then the 5 is gone.
Any constant number. Yeah.
It can, this here can be any number, I don't know, it's not.
Okay.
no, still
So this one same thing.
it could be
We
7,
add the
but
power
still
by
it-
1. Yes.
That's why she puts C.
So add the power by 1, divide by new power, then plus a
It
C.
can actually be anything.
Why don't we like put dx? Why does dx behind rules?
Dx is different.
Means with respect to x. That means we only think of x as a variable that you're integrating. So if let's say there's an x and a y there, right, we ignore the y, it's like a constant. We only take care of the x. It's like when we are different. Okay, so it's like you see many letters there, you don't be scared. So let's say I give you 5x squared y. We treat this as normal constant. This is the one that I care about the differentiation or the integration. That means I only add the power 1 here, divide by 3. I don't care about 5y. It's like a constant that I don't care about. Because I'm only looking after x being the
What
variable.
about the dx?
It's just like you dx, d dx. You are only differentiating with respect to the x ma. Whatever other thing you don't care one. You just carry outside, right? So same thing.
What about the one you
Why? Oh, because that. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah. 4. Sorry, my bad. Okay, wait. Give me some time. So you get half. Okay. So I repeat one more time. When we have 5x plus 10, when I ask you to differentiate this, do you get 5? When I give you 5x minus 200, when I ask you to differentiate, do you also get 5? Yes. Okay, so actually if I integrate the 5, right, it can lead me back to this, it can lead me back to this, the original form, right? Yes. So if I'm trying to cover all grounds, I just write 5x plus c. This c can take many constant number. When I differentiate, it still gives me 5. So plus c help you to cover all the case. You don't need to care about what the constant is. Because anyway, when you differentiate, it's gone. Get it? Any constant, when you differentiate, is gone. But we cannot ignore that originally there may be a constant there that disappears when we differentiate. Okay? So last one here. If we change it to this. So remember all the constant you ignore. add the power by 1, divide by the new power, then add a plus C to cover all cases. So you end off with like that, huh? But if you don't want to change like that, also never mind.
So it's necessary to add plus.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I can just do minus 5x to the power of minus 4 over 4.
Power minus 4. Minus 4.
Okay.
Okay, so take note, sometimes you will see some textbook calling this thing as the arbitrary constant. Don't be scared, it just means constant. That means they say arbitrary means any random one you can think of. So just take it to be what it is.
But can you put C like K or any alphabet?
Default integration we like to use C lah. Yeah. So if you integrate many times, you can have a C1, C2, C3, but it's just C. Okay, so this is just the skill required. So let's maybe just try this one. Looks very scary, right? But the concept is the same. Simplify it first before you go and integrate. Simplify first. The good thing about integration is there is no quotient rule, there is no product rule, there is only power rule and chain rule. They won't ask you to integrate a product rule. Nobody can process like that. So it is always either a chain rule or a power rule. So we look at this, we simplify. This is just x minus half, is it? Or half? Because this is power 1, the below one is power half. Correct? You split is easy to integrate. So if it looks so complicated, you know in your mind that the question cannot ask you product rule, integrate product rule. So you must break it up into 2 parts that is easy for you to integrate. So all these must break up. All these go and expand. They won't ask you to integrate from fractions or 2 brackets. You can go and expand out.
Why half though?
Because this is power 1, this is power half. You subtract, isn't it half?
Oh, it's not divide.
Divide means subtract power indices.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so how to start integrating? We add the power by 1, divide by new power. We add the power by 1, divide by new power. Then add a plus C. Can you see everything is the same? This is your part H. So the first step is go and simplify first. Change it to power form. Okay, we haven't integrate. We just simplify first. The integration is here. So you end up having 4 over 3. That's all.
Okay, then how to do part D?
Part D, very simple. You treat them separate lah.
Oh, okay.
So this one is power 1. Add the power by 1. Divide by new power. This one no power means it's x to the power of 0. So just add by 1. Divide by new power. Add a constant C. So can you see it's x squared over 2 plus x plus C.
So is it always necessary to simplify your answers?
Yes, of course. Final answer must simplify.
But what if I don't analyze?
Yes. You will not get the final answer mark. Okay? So just remember the rule. Add power by 1, divide by new power. Okay, add power by 1, divide by new power. Okay, what if it is like chain rule? Yeah?
Like, if this one, like, what happens if like integrate can use a quotient?
No. We never learn quotient rule for integration. That one is JC already. It's called integration by parts, but we don't do that in yeah. Just simplify it and integrate. Can, definitely can. You see part G? Can you see that this expression also can simplify? Split it into 2 fractions. This one cancel off, become 1. This one is just this. Then you integrate. Confirm can simplify one, the expression we give you. So in this case, this one becomes x. This one add the power by 1, divide by new power, then add a c.
So like when you simplify, there's always like dx behind the thing.
No, all this you can just normal fraction simplify. Don't need any x thing. When you integrate, must always match with this. Okay, these two are a pair. When you say integrate, you must tell me with respect to which variable. It's like an open bracket and a closed bracket. You need to have both. Okay? So final answer here for part G, it's 4x half plus c. Yeah, so it's just the reverse process. So don't over worry yourself with all the different parts. F we did right. Or F just expand lah.
Or expand then you.
Yes, so you just go and expand everything first. Then don't integrate until you finish simplifying. So let's say it's like that. Then you start integrating. So add the power by 1, divide by new power. Add the power by 1, divide by new power, then add a plus c. So your final answer is just this. Here what? X. Oh, sorry, plus. Okay, minus x squared plus x plus c. So it is just your normal expansion or simplification, then you integrate. Just remember the rule will do. Okay, but the problem is, what if they start having boundary values for you? That means now you see the integration, right? Can you see got lower limit and upper limit? So when you see got this, you do as per normal first. So normal integration, you do this first, plus 1 divided by new power, plus 1 divided by new power, and then this one is just plus x. Normally you write a plus c, right? But when you see that you have boundary limits, you don't need to write the plus c. You need to do substitution. Because you are going to get exact values now. They want you to substitute. So you won't need to know what is the plus c because you are finding the actual value. So how to do? You go and simplify normally first. This is x cubed, x squared plus x, right? So what does the 4 and 1 represent? This one means you sub in 4 into the equation first. Then you subtract, substituting 1. So you will get definite answers here.
Oh, you sub x equals to 4 and 1.
Correct. Okay? So the first off is sub x as 4. Second off is sub x as 1. So I will just stop here. Then the first page, you take your time to explore. And then if you are still a bit lost, go to the video link and re-watch the part. I went through almost every other question in the previous time because we were ahead of time.
So why leave it?
Why?
Why has substitution?
Because they put in here. When you see the integrate got number, they want you to substitute. Find the actual value. Yeah. Like I have 2 pieces of this. Okay, it's just like I have 2 pieces of that area. Okay, so part B, same thing. 0 to 4. But they want you to integrate this whole thing. So, This is what you know. You can split them into two, in fact. So this one, you know what is the area. You already know it's 5. They tell you already. Because you don't know what's the function, you cannot integrate, right? But they tell you this one is 5. Then this one, when you integrate, what do you get? X. So you just have to sub in 1 and 0. So it tells me that the area there is 1. Yes. That's all. 6 units square. Okay, so it's just like asking you to find area. Okay, so same thing. This one you split into 2. You can always integrate them separately. Okay, split into 2 parts. The first part you know is 5. The second part, how do you integrate x? This one was 1, right? So you add 1 to the power, divide by 2. So sub in 4 and 0. So you get 8, right? 16 square divided by 8 minus 0. So it's 5 plus 8 equals to 13 units square. Why?
It's so confusing.
This one is your normal integration, right?
Wait, the 0 and 4 confuses me now.
It's just substituting in.
Okay, so you just.
So this part here, you sub in 4 first. Then you sub in 0. Then the answer is 8.
So you split up the equation first, then you.
Yes, because this one I know what is the function. This one I don't know, but they tell me what's the value.
But what if
They don't, then they will ask like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh?
So why would we need this problem? Like actually, if you think about it.
Because we need to find the area of curve. You know some machines, right? They go in this direction. So you must integrate things in the third dimension against time. So program helps you to measure sort of the volume that it takes up, and then they can find the speed of a turbine turning, you know. So engineering needs this.
I regret.
But the program will do it for you lah, basically.
This one, what do you think? Which equation do you think is used most?
Which equation
Is used most.
is used most?
Yeah.
Calculus lah. All your differentiation, integration. Yeah. I think we can use this lah, right? Oh, you mean you can leave your things here or not? Let's try, but this is an empty class, right? Does it belong to any form class, no, right? So maybe most likely.
Bye bye. Bye, Miss Wang.
I think you better take your stuff.
I thought you were going away.
I'm just checking. Okay, so normally we integrate from 0 to 4. Okay, but if we go backwards, then it is a negative area. But we don't want that to happen. So this is equivalent to the opposite. 0, 4. I repeat, remember, imagine if you integrate f of x, you get this. Let's say after you integrate, this is the expression you get. Then what will you do? You will use 0 and 4, right? So you will substitute 0 minus the substitute 4. Can you see this is the opposite of this? Yes. So to change the limit, you just add a negative sign in front. Reverse it. So if you want to reverse these two, that's why there's a negative sign in front. So if we do this, then our answer is just minus 5 units square. Although it shouldn't be an area to have negative, right? But it just tells me that it means your graph is underneath right now. So meaning if we do a reflection, a mirror reflection below, like that, okay, something like that, then now we are finding this, the piece below it. So if it's a negative area, it's area that is below the x-axis.
What if you don't change
Can. It's okay. Yeah.
For question B, right?
Yeah.
Why you put the integration as 0 to 1 rather than 0 to 4?
Oh, my mistake. So it's a 4, huh? So it's 9, sorry. Okay, good spot. Means you are focusing. Okay, so if you see negative area, don't reject it. It just means that the area is underneath the x-axis. So if normally, if this is your curve, this is area above, you get positive area here. But your graph, you can reverse one, right? If you mirror image, you can be this part of your graph. Then it's the same area, but just that this is negative. This is positive. Okay, so if you get a negative area, don't panic. It just means that that part of your graph is below.
We'll be learning area under the graph.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay, then last one, part E. They say, I want to find from 0 to 5. Then how? It's just the 5 here plus the 3 here. So essentially what happens is this one. Then we can continue from the 4 to 5. And they told us that this is 5 and this is 3. So that's why you get 8. But must you show the breakup? No need. You can straight away give me 8 also. Okay, so if you see this type of question which is rare in O levels, maybe a few years they test once, you should be happy because these are the easy types.
So then what if it don't fit into
It depends on when they want to make life easier.
they probably won't.
So what if the last unit they said, sorry guys, AMAP is actually not used in real life, so we have to call off the
Cannot be. Cannot be.
What if there's a new system that is much more efficient than human?
Yeah.
Then there will be a new chapter.
Yeah, name it BMAP.
Anything, yes.
If I can just like see.
Can. Can.
Can I not write?
Yeah. Why not I leave the whole paper blank?
Then you just write into Cambridge, ask them, you wrote everything in invisible pen.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. After the see the invisible.
Then maybe they do a one-to-one interview, you explain your solution.
Yeah, that's better.
Are you sure?
Like I just say some random shit and then if your face change, then we change it.
Oh, this one can convince. This one can convince. You will convince one one.
I'm not convinced.
Like
I still remember how you got the mark for the exam. Oh my days.
Oh.
You went from a fail to a pass.
We went from 11 to 19. Then to.
You went from 10 to 18. I only got 16.
I should
didn't
have
get extra
from
marks.
11 to 19.
Okay, let's look at 5. Shh. Find the equation of the curve which passes through 0, 4, for which dy dx is this. So remember, they want you to find back your y, the equation of the original curve.
Okay.
So now when they give you this, all you need to do is to integrate this.
Is it unit square or units?
Unit square, my bad. Okay, so if you integrate backwards, you are finding back your y. This was your dy dx. If you integrate, you are getting back your y, your original function. So let's try to find it. This is add 1 to the power, divide by new power, then divide by 2. Add a plus c. So this is your equation.
That's it.
Yeah, but you need to solve for the c. They tell you it passes through this point. So sub x as 0, sub y as 4. So I'm just trying to show you that it's not as complicated as what you think it is. It's just the opposite now. So C is 3 and 7, 8. So Y is equals to, what's your gradient? Oh, no need gradient. You just put the equation back in. Like that. That's all. So it's getting back to the original curve. That's all. Why? So is it not so bad now? Better? A bit better?
Very bad.
Better, right? You never pay attention, that's why.
We gave a
Better
bad lion
than
or a
I
bad
better in
tiger.
integration than.
Would I have a what?
Bad lion or a bad tiger.
Huh?
So random.
I wouldn't have either.
No, if you have to like force yourself.
I won't.
Like from a baby, then
I
you-
don't even want a pet. I have
No,
two child
No,
already.
I mean
Yeah,
Like-
like your pets.
No, they are not my pets.
Like this one.
They are like monsters.
This one, you
Yeah.
raise them from a baby to the
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm raising them from a baby
No,
to
You have
monster.
to raise a lion or a tiger from a baby.
No, I don't want. I don't want.
I would
So how would you want their jobs to be?
Huh?
How would you want their jobs to be?
They will decide on their own what they want to be
But
like.
what-
My son tell me he wants to be a policeman. I say seriously. You learn how to button your own uniform first.
So what if in the future I do a crime, then he catches me, and then you found out it's me?
Then I will say fun. I didn't see it coming.
Fun, I am not surprised.
Lisa, I'll come your house and robbery.
This is what you do to a teacher who teach you.
This one. Can I use integration in Emacs?
Can. If you want to find
How?
equation, actually can.
Oh,
This one can I use the gradient, you just integrate the gradient and
it's fine. I'm not going to use AMF. I don't even know how to use it.
Any AMAth that you can use in EMAth will not be
Can I
penalized.
use EMF in EMF?
Just like, of course. Okay, so this one, you integrate backwards, you get back your y. So how to get back your y? What do you do to the power? Wait, I give Alpha a chance in case he become Robert next time.
Yes? Yeah?
How to integrate this?
Integrate it. Sure.
Yeah, how?
The fraction.
So add 1 to the power. See, Roche is helping you. Divide by new power.
Yeah.
minus 6x squared.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Then with a plus C.
Okay.
Okay. Shh.
I find your photo.
Hey, Lisa. Lisa, he called you a bodo.
That's it.
Call you Play-Doh.
No, I'm not a Play-Doh.
I'm gonna play with you.
Okay, enough.
Okay, man.
It's too much. Okay, C is 3. Put it back. This is your equation. Easy, right?
Oh.
I told you you will like integration.
When you do, it's easy.
You can do integration. Your paper 2 is like 60 upon 90.
Really?
Yeah, integration, differentiation can do. Then paper 1 is all your binomial, partial fraction, quadratic function. So this holiday is time to revise, people. Your paper 1 is your not primary 3, sec 3 work. Your paper 2 is your sec 4's
So
work.
are we gonna have to do primary 6 to primary 1 also?
No need, that one is in EMAth.
So,
This
Lisa.
one actually, paper 1 is actually,
I get the check.
Not all lah, but majority is sec 3 work.
I
Yeah.
forgot partial fractions.
I love partial
We have to match the number to the line.
I don't know.
I'm tired.
I hate binomials.
I'm tired, children. Okay, shh. Let's move on to a few more. Okay, these are the. Sorry? Wait ah. I'm thinking these few I want to let y'all do as homework. This is dy dx. Why cannot do? They say gradient mah. Then you integrate lor.
This one, why is Imran on the screen?
Integrate then stop in lor.
This one, why is Imran on the screen?
No, the gradient is dy dx what? They are telling you dy dx is this.
Imran is on the screen. Imran is such a
Do I have permission to slap you?
Oh my god.
Afan?
Why is he sleeping like that?
Okay, you see, this is your dy dx. You integrate it, sub in this, you get equation already. This one easy. If this is inversely proportional, do you all still remember? Inverse means this is equals to 1 over x squared, but with the k in front. So go and sub in and find k first. Do you all remember if y is inversely proportional to x squared, y is equals to k over x squared? Remember that?
Yeah.
So now they only change to this one. K is a constant that you're supposed to solve. So they will definitely give you one pair. Yes, so you sub in 3, you sub in 1.
Next, how would they ask about directly proportional?
If they want lah. Okay, so you can also integrate and then sub in and solve for C. Okay, so this one I leave you to do. It's not like what you imagine it to be. It's not so difficult. Okay, this one also same thing. Integrate this. You might want to make your life easier by splitting it up first before you integrate. So this one your homework. I cannot go through everything.
Why is red or change here?
Okay, I want to go through this type.
What's wrong? Why is red or change everywhere?
It can be anywhere.
Yeah, find the rate of change of view.
Your change is so annoying.
No.
So you change everything.
Initial area means when time is 0, A is 5,
What question is this?
Question 9. So you can put a hint there. When they say initial area is 5, so it means when you sub in T as 0, A is 5. Initial. Yes. Okay? So what I want to really go through is questions like 12, 13, 14, 15. This is a standard O-level question. There will be one like this. Okay? Because why? They test you 2 things at one go. So I'm going to show you the first one, 12. So first, they will test you on your differentiation first. So let's see this one. So differentiate this one. Don't be confused. It's just your product rule. First one, you differentiate, multiply by original. Second, you differentiate. Okay? And then you keep the original. So if you fully simplify it, you will end off with this. So question wants you to show that your equation is like that. Put over 1, multiply both of them by this. So I hope you can see this on top and at the bottom. So you will show that you get this. Can see this one? Afan? Can Okay, then they say hence or otherwise. Can you evaluate what do you get here? So I hope you can see that this expression here is this. So if you integrate this, you should get back your original here. So integrating this thing, gets you back to your original function, that one. Don't even need to do anything. You just put back your original y. And then they say it is from 1 to 5. So sub in 5 into the equation. Sub in 1 into the equation. So you end off with 14 unit square. Okay? 10, 2 times 5 is 10, 10 minus 1, 9 what? 5 times square root 9 is 5 times 3. Right? Okay.
Miss Wang,
Yes.
your square root 12, how you change the third form? The square root
If
12.
you have square root 12, third form is split into 4 and 3. So it's 2 root 3.
Wait, yeah. How do you do that and stuff?
So this is 12, right?
Yeah.
I need to think of a perfect square that is one of its factor, which is 4. Yeah.
So you square root like that. That's
Yes.
how you get 2.
This one is 2.
Oh, that's how you do it.
3 I cannot split
If
further
there's bigger
already.
one, like square root some big number.
Let's say 1, I don't know, 100.
One
And
to
8.
zero. Oh, 1 to 8.
Okay, so maybe 4. 4 is what? 4, 2, 20, 4 and 7, is it? No. 4 is 28. Actually can have more, 16. 16 times what? 6
16 times.
Still question 12.
No, I don't have for 16.
36. Oh, no, wrong. Then times what? 8. 8, right? 8. Then 40. Oh no, 1, 2, 8. Wrong.
Then change the 108 to 128.
Eight and 48. 36 times
No, you
3.
can do 18 times
Ah,
6.
okay, 108, right?
You can do 18
So
times
this is 6 root 3.
Yes, 18 times 6 is okay.
18 times 6. So you split lah. The 18 we don't want. 9 then we can.
36, then square root 36 is 6. Oh,
9 lah. We split 9 for 36. 36. Actually should change to 36
okay.
times 3.
Yeah.
Ah, can ah? Okay. No. Ava asked something else. He's asking about certs. Okay, but anyway, this is part 1. Look at part B. They want me to find what is 9x minus 3, 2x minus 1. I need to relate to this. What do you notice? Ah, you take out the 3. Can you see you get this?
Plus 3x.
Where got 5?
So it's 40 times 3, okay.
So actually, right, this one I already found the answer to be 14, right? So it's just 3 times 14, 42. Quite manageable.
When you say evaluate, it's just finding
Find the answer. No, evaluate means find the answer.
What's your favorite?
Like the integral, the definite integral, final answer.
So what's your favorite?
The whole thing. Evaluate means I sub in the 5, I sub in the 1. What is the answer I get like this? This evaluate. Yes? Good habit. But they never enforce. But if it's under area, under graph, then must have. If it's under here, not necessary. Yep.
What's your favorite English song?
Why you every day want to home?
Okay, I'll just relate that.
Huh?
Can you do a left and right?
No.
This one.
Don't waste time. Okay, you differentiate this for me. What do you get?
Just differentiate the
Okay, wait, let me try. Can you like power 1 over x, like 16 minus 12x, then power?
Oh, I changed to this, huh? Easier for you, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is half. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's differentiate. What do you get?
Oh, she looks more complicated. It's fine.
1.
Just pretend that they are product rule.
Wait, this differentiation, right?
Yes.
Okay, then half x, then 16, right? 16 minus 12, 12x, or, yeah, 12x, then minus half, then times, yeah, negative times.
Okay, then plus.
Or the other way, then, x times.
Still got x?
Wait,
X I keep already, what?
You have to that one, like do that one. Half
What?
x. Eh? No. 1.
Okay, good.
Yeah, then yeah.
Okay, so once you get this, you cancel out minus 6x over this. Yeah?
Can we take out x as a factor or like a constant?
If you have in common for both.
So isn't it like in front of like the half?
In front of the what?
Just do a chain rule for the square root. Then keep the x.
Cannot. Oh, you mean what? Then isn't it what he did? He keep the x, then he do the chain rule. Just that he put the half in front. He did a chain rule for this what? Here?
So we cannot keep the x.
Can you keep the x first what? You see he keep the x.
No, we don't do like product rule.
Then?
Just do chain rule. We keep the x there.
Cannot. X you also must differentiate. These two must differentiate together. So you cannot do one only, you must do two. Number you just take out, ignore. Okay? So once you reach here, they want you to combine, right? So put over 1, multiply by this. It's a repetition. If you can do, you have easily 6 marks in your pocket. So you will end up having this as the denominator. Top part is just this. So you get a 16 minus 18x over this. Okay, so this is the first part. When you can do this is 3 marks already. Okay, 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, and 1 mark for this. But sometimes they give 1 mark for this, 1 mark for the combined. So it depends. Okay, last one, they say hence evaluate this. So when we integrate this, we know we get back the original we started off. So let's integrate this.
So differentiate then integrate.
You get back original. So you do all the effort to get your differentiation, right? You integrate, you get back your y.
What's the point? Okay.
So you are just reversing it. So they say reverse from 0 to 1.
Can I try to integrate?
No, this one you never learn. JC, then you will learn this.
Oh.
So we only learn the first part. They always ask you to differentiate. Then they just ask you to integrate backwards. It's usually like that. You don't go and try to do your chain rule. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. So you get back this original form. And then you just have to sub in 1 and 0. So you just get 2 units square. Okay? But part B, how do I get this related to my times 2, right? So if you take out the 2, you get back what you want. So can you see, I already got the answer from part A. I just put in only. So it's 2 times 2, which is 4 units square. What about the last one? The number looks a bit tougher. Okay, so let's try. By right, your objective is to get to this form. This one. So you see what is not favorable for you. This one you want. The 4 there you don't want. So technically you should take that out. So take out the 1/4 first. So this one don't want. Okay, but I need to get to here. So what do you think I need to do? Times 2, right? But I cannot just suddenly times 2 inside. So if I times 2 here, what should I do on the outside? I should divide the 2, right? So that somehow actually by right is non-existent there. I should have crossed it out. So this is what you should take out so that you get 1/8 on the outside. Inside is exactly in the form that you want. So the only difficulty is what is the factor you take out so that you get back the original here. Okay, what you need to get is this. So the rest you already know. Just put in your 2. Yes. Okay, manageable, right? So 14, 15, you go home and do.
So I thought you said 14, 15
No, I never say that.
You said the O level.
As in 12, 13, 14, 15 are the standard question that O-level like to ask. So y'all can practice 14 and 15 at home.
So in recess, I'm doing A-math.
I want to move on to Trigo already.
During recess, I was doing A-math. During A-math, I'm doing recess.
Yeah.
Doing a fun.
Oh, turn to page 8.
Page 9.
Page 8.
CYS question. Why is it 6 marks?
This is a 10-year series question.
Why do you want us to play?
Okay, after we do this, I give you a short mental break. This is a second derivative.
Can I try?
This is a second derivative.
Never mind, I don't want to try.
I didn't forget second
I don't even know what's the first derivative.
So you read carefully. They give you some hints here and there. They say you have a point that lies on the curve. So there's a point P. Okay? And then the gradient of the point at this point 3. No, gradient of the curve at P or same place. Here is 3. So these are the hints they give you. So what do you think is the first step? Okay, so if we integrate one time, what do we get?
8x minus 3x
No, what do we get first? Is it y?
dy dx.
Ah, dy dx first, So if we integrate this, we get 8x minus what?
Minus 3x squared.
X squared divided by 2. And then you have a plus c. So this is your dy dx. So question gave you a hint already. They already tell you that dy dx is 3.
So 8x minus 3x.
Ah, so dy dx is 3 when you sub in x as 2. So go and sub in x as 2. That's why you solve now. So c is minus 1. So dy dx is actually this equation. This is your dy dx. So how do we get back to our curve? Integrate one more time. So if you integrate this one more time, yeah, you get back your y. So what is the integration? 8x squared divided by 2 divided by 3. This one become x and then add a plus c. So this is your curve. But how to solve for the c? Ah, sub this one because this is a point on the graph.
This one, is it 3 times 3?
Where 3 times 3?
3x squared. Then when you integrate, you bring down the power multiplied by the this one.
You add the power by 1 divided by new power. Integration.
That one is the power for 3x, 1. Or is it just 3 that I cannot see?
Cube.
And then you take the power and then you multiply by
You divide by new power what? I divide here. If it's 3x squared, I add power by 1 divide by new power.
then the 3.
The 3 stay there. It's a constant. We don't do anything to it. It's only when the constant is a standalone, then we need to put in a x0. Then when we integrate, we get x. Integration, not differentiation. Differentiation, you bring down, subtract by 1, right? But integration, you add 1 divide by new power. The 3 there is a constant that you don't need to care about it. Just leave it there. Just deal with the x only.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so once you do that, you can sub in your 2/8 and solve for c. So this is 8. This one you can simplify first. This one cancel, so x cubed. So final equation for y. That's all. Not as difficult, right? So even if they give you second derivative, don't be scared. Just follow the steps one by one.
So you integrate first, then you sub in.
To find the c.
equation, the
Ah,
x and y,
correct.
Then you integrate again.
Yes.
Then you sub in x and y.
Correct. So it's worth 6 marks, So O-level likes to ask questions like that. Where they test you differentiation, they test you integration.
This one, let's say you draw the graph and then you find the equation, but the equation and the graph are not.
The graph, they won't mark one. They will only look at this. So as long as this is correct, then it's okay. Yeah.
It's done for your own understanding.
Yes, it's just to help you visualize. So every time I anyhow draw a graph, it may not be this shape, but it's just to help me see. Okay, quickly. Cosine. What is differentiation of cosine?
Minus sine.
What is differentiation of tangent? Okay, very good. What if we make it to be a function? What is so you get cosine, this thing, times a. What about this one?
Minus sine ax plus b times a.
This one?
Secant square.
Yeah, when in doubt, just say, right? Okay, so if let's say we do this, what is the differentiation of tangent 5x? Times 5, ah. So if we integrate this thing, that 5 is not affecting anything. We are just integrating the secant square, right? So secant square, if we integrate back, we get what? Tangent. So become tangent 5x, but we must divide by the but there is a 5 right in front. So remember to add a plus c. So can you see you get back your original form?
Not me this time, It's not me this time.
Okay, people, I know you are stressed, but let's not commit any criminal offense.
Harassing people like reduces the stresses.
No, can you repeat again? Why you have just eat chocolate? 5 as a denominator.
I need to divide by its differentiation, ma.
Lisa, you know what you do?
Chain rule must divide by the differentiation of this.
Isn't it the power no?
There's no power for sine, cosine, tangent, ma.
It's from
Okay.
before an exam she gave us chocolate because chocolate gives us endorphins.
Then you all become like that.
He's wrong. You should put nicotine in the chocolate. So that
Okay, can we differentiate sine? What do we get?
you're right.
How did you integrate secant square to 10?
We go backwards, what? Secant square become 10, what?
Yeah, you
It's just backwards.
So then you divide by 5.
Because this is 5x, I must divide by its differentiation. Just like we multiply by its differentiation, but for integration, we need to divide by it.
Okay.
The opposite. Okay, how to differentiate sine? Get what?
cosine.
Okay, then you must multiply by its differentiation, which is just pi. Okay, so imagine I want to integrate this. Okay, I want to integrate this. Pi is just a constant that I can bring out of the picture. Anything with x, you cannot take out of the integration. It must stay there. Okay, so integrate cosine, get back what?
Sine. Minus sine.
Sine, right? Integrate cosine, where got minus sign?
Sine.
Sine, right? So,
Divide by pi.
divide by the pi. Then there is a pi here outside, and then we just add a plus c. So you see that you get back this original form. Okay, so it's the same thing like what you do for differentiation. You just reverse the whole thing only. So don't overcomplicate things. It is just the same few steps.
So you skip B.
Where? Oh, okay. Differentiate cosine is
Minus sine.
minus sine.
That's what I said just now.
Then multiply by.
So what is it? 3.
3. So if I integrate back,
Cos.
Bring out minus 3.
okay, so I bring out the minus 3. If I integrate sine, what do I get?
Cos.
We check.
Cosine.
No, but because it was minus, right? So maybe we keep the minus inside, just take out the 3. So if you integrate minus sine, you get back cosine. But remember to divide by its differentiation. Then there's a 3 outside, right? Just plus c.
So,
Yes.
you take your O-levels with us, right? You take careful marks.
No.
So you think if you did
How?
it like that,
Because I will make mistake like what I make mistakes in class.
But
Because I'm older, sometimes I see things
when we are
wrongly.
younger, we cannot learn things in our brain. Have you swapped brains?
you keep saying that. You always keep
Yeah,
saying
I
can
really
we
wanna
stop
stop
brain?
I refuse. I don't want to be a robber in future.
That's so stereotypical. Is it because it's Indian? Or is it?
Hey, don't anyhow play with this. I never say anything, it's all recorded.
Is it because he's This is not doing
No
well.
because.
You should you write email or email?
A.
Man.
Not they write email.
A is fixed.
A is so gay.
Same old method.
What's your favorite alphabet?
Why?
A.
Why not?
X.
I say why?
Why?
Because that's my name.
Oh, yeah.
What's my favorite letter? Alphabet is the whole thing.
So your favorite student is Jilin.
I have a lot of
Stop being
favorites.
so biased.
Stop holding hands and shaking your hands like that. My God.
Shaking hands what? Say shaking hands.
Yeah, we shall doing it.
Like swinging your hands while holding, like boyfriend and girlfriend. Like boyfriend and boyfriend.
No, we're not gay. I love Ima as a friend. But I love Ani as a lover.
Yo.
As a loving friend. Is that lover? You. I was drinking water, that's why I stopped.
Imran is sad.
Yeah, I love you too.
Okay, stop it. You stop flirting around.
I don't have any relation.
Okay, move on. This one. Let's just try this.
It's 12:50 already.
What do you get? How my lesson ends at 12:50?
Yeah. You check your timetable, actually ends at 12:50.
11:40 start, right?
And at 12:50, 1 hour 10 minutes.
I barely.
Yay.
Okay, what do you get for this?
I got 7.
Take out the 2 first.
This one just only SS.
Take out the 2 first. Then what do you get? What is integration of minus sign? Cosine. So you just get 2 cosine 4x. Then what? Divide by 4 plus c. So your answer will become. Are you starting to enjoy integration?
I can understand, but I'm not trying to enjoy it.
I don't enjoy it. I love it.
Get negative cosine. Because by right I should put a negative here so that I can get back cosine. You all remember or not? You differentiate cosine, get what? So you need to integrate negative sign then get back cosine. So there must be a minus that you add in here, but you can't change anything. So put a minus outside. Mr. Chen, who you waiting for? You like VP like that? Patrolling? Okay, divide by what? 8. Then remember your plus C. Yeah. Double angle formula. If I have 2 sine theta cos theta,
What's that
I
for?
get sine 2 theta. But now I have 2 sine 4x cos 4x. So I should get sine 2 times 4x, which is 8x. Ah.
No, it's not.
Okay, then the very last one.
Too bad you're 4. Someone
This
is
one,
4.
how can I simplify it with identity?
Which one?
This one.
Cotan.
Nope.
That one is. Cosecant.
Secant. So if you all can still remember, 1 plus tangent square x is secant square x. So now the only difference is this is 2x.
I forgot.
So if I integrate this, what do I get? Where 2?
Tangent square 2x.
Yeah, there 2. Okay, so what do I get? Tangent 2x divided by the differentiation of 2x plus c. So when you see double angle identity, please go and change it first before you integrate. You can only integrate sine, cosine, and secant square. So if the form that is given to you is like cosine and sine mixed together, cannot be. You must change it to double angle. Okay? So all these you haven't learned before. You haven't learned how to integrate cosine square or sine square. So you got to change it to a form that you learned before. So remember, whatever they give you, make use of identity and change it to a way that you can integrate.
This one, I'm still confused.
Which
Why
one?
negative sine A?
Okay, this one you okay?
Yeah, that one I
Okay,
understand.
but when we differentiate cosine, we get sine, right? So minus sine, right?
Yeah.
So we integrate minus sign, then we can get back cosine. But this one is a positive sign. So I need to make it negative sign, then I can integrate, get back cosine. Ma. So if I make it negative, outside I must put a negative to make it positive back. You cannot just add a negative and change it. Ma.
Cannot integrate negative.
So if you add in a negative, you must make it the same by multiplying by negative outside. Yeah. Okay, when you add, you must remove lah. So the minus outside is to remove the negative you add in. Can ah? Okay, so trigger only these two types. Then the rest of the question is like problem sum again. So just make sure you know how to use the chain rule. You know how to use integration of cosine, sine, and secant squared. Yeah. This one, identity, I already changed to this. So when it's a 2x, then this one just 2x lor. No, this thing equals to this one. So you need the one there, then you can change to secant square. If the one was not there, you can't change. Yeah.
So today A, B, and set 5.
No, we start. Actually, it's like that. If we look at it, it's 4:45 lah.
No, I want to go home.
Okay, we try. We try to finish a bit earlier in case you are all like dying. Okay, can? So we move on Okay, so then the rest is this type already. It's again this kind of problem. So maybe we try one. They want you to find y. So you need to, what do you need to do? So you integrate, right? So let's integrate this one to get y first. Yeah, because you want to find y ma. So you need to integrate. Go backwards. Okay? So integrate 1 is x. If I want to integrate cosine, I get what?
Minus sine.
No.
Why?
You go back and think. Differentiate sine, get cosine. You differentiate cosine, get minus sine. If you forget, always write this at the side.
Isn't it minus sine?
No. I want to integrate cosine.
So I keep thinking this.
Yeah, so not differentiation backwards. So integrate cosine, you get back sine. But you must divide by the differentiation of this. And then add a plus c. No, negative sign, you integrate, you get back cosine. You must look at what you are doing. You are doing the reverse, backwards.
No wonder.
What you want?
Okay? So now, finally, they want us to solve for the whole equation, right? So we'll need to sub in x as pi over 4 and sub in y as 3. So if I sub in y as 3, x is pi over 4, half, no, not half, 1/4, sine, because half and half, ma. Pi over 4 plus c. So this one you can press calculator. Sine 90 is just 0. No, 1. So this is 1/4. So c is just 3 minus 1/4 minus pi over 4. So you get 2 3/4 minus pi over 4. Okay, so with the c, put it back into the equation. Okay, so it boils down to your integration concept. But if you ever forget, go and write the differentiation down first, then you look at the opposite. Can. Shouting already. Want me take photo need to shout one meh? Why they take photo? Oh, must have power lah. Okay.
No, that one is greeting. They just started to say.
Oh, this one is greeting ah. Why cannot talk properly leh? Must shout one eh? Oh. Oh, like that ah. Shout means respect. But I don't need this kind of respect ah. See that guy going where? You very busy the whole day.
I chose not to go for photo taking to attend AP.
Can go and run and take then come back.
No, it's like not compulsory. I'm just invited, but I chose not to go.
Okay. Will you be upset if you are not in the photo? 4:45. 4:30.
Yeah,
4:30. Yeah. Okay, 4:30. Yeah, go. You 3:45 right? Got 15 more minutes. Okay, so this one. Let's look at this. This one how to change?
Log. No, cosine x square. No, cosine square negative bracket cosine x negative 2.
6 part 3. Change to what first? We never learn how to integrate secant. Alamak. 1 over cosine is secant what? So remember, you only know how to do secant square, sine and cosine. Yeah. Just like that only. Don't be scared. Just this one.
It's so freaky eh.
So you get this. Okay, make it a good habit, rationalize. Ayo. Okay, this is the answer.
Okay, this one, are you... Wait, no, this is really done.
Okay, if they never say you must live in exact, but you live in 365, I believe they will also accept. But it's good to know how to live in cert form. Because O-level recently, their habit is ask you to leave your answer in exact form.
This one, why tan x?
Because secant integrate become tangent what?
How?
Then here. Remember? So always go back to the 3 differentiation you learn.
Forgot.
Ah.
Wow. I feel so old.
Okay, what about this one? Cosine. Look at the differentiation and think. Change back to minus sine. No. Cosine change back to sine. So the 2 you leave out, it doesn't affect anything. Change to sine. Must divide by what? Half. So maybe your turning point is integration. If you get paper 2 very strong, then you pull up everything. Then you will smile to sleep.
Cry.
Yeah, you're going to make a comeback,
No, but we got other subjects. Chem.
No, you all must work hard this holiday. I give you all more practice.
Yes, please. I need help.
Zoom call, Okay, if it's like completely necessary, please let me know. Like very desperate already, please call me. Yes. Library, Yeah.
Root 3 minus 1 over root 3.
This is like 1/3, ma.
Yeah, 3 equals to root 3.
This is like 1 whole minus 1/3 of it. Left 2/3, right? Yeah. Okay, so this one you will get 5 over 4 minus 4 sine 0. Because pi over 2 divided by 2. Okay, but you can press calculator lah. So pi over 4 is what? 90 No, pi is 180. 45. Sine 45 degree is root 2 over 2.
Is that x over 2?
Yeah. Sine 0 is 0, right? Okay, so this one is gone. So your final answer is just 2 root 2. Can, but you should practice how to do certs because in case question asks you to leave in exact, you know how to do. Because pressing calculator confirm you know. But you practice this, if they ask, at least you know.
So if we go to do
So go and remember the special angle table. Sine, cos, tan.
Why they don't give it though?
Of course they don't ah.
Why?
Then why you all go to school?
Wait,
Everything you don't want to memorize.
Or can I just type it in my computer?
Can.
This one.
You all ask a lot, huh? Root 3 over 2. This one is sine. Correct. This one is half. Then this one is opposite. Then the middle one is root 2 over 2.
Then just use the calculator method.
Can. Then this is 60. Tangent 60 is root 3. 1 over root 3. 1. So just use the calculator method. Okay? Okay, let's look at one more. Maybe this one looks more complicated. Let's look at 9.
I don't want.
Okay, so let's say question asks us to differentiate this. So we use what rule? So quotient rule, bottoms up, multiply by differentiation of cosine, minus cosine x, multiply by differentiation of this, over this thing square. Okay, so if you calculate properly, where got K? Oh, they want you to get to that and tell them what's the K. Yeah. So this one, this is identity 1. So you get a 1 minus sine x on top. At the bottom,
I'm trying
it's
to
a
squeeze
square.
everything.
So let's cancel 1 out. You left with this. So K is just 1.
My handwriting is so small sometimes.
Okay? So everything you just follow diligently, then you should be able to get. Okay, last part is they say integrate. So they ask you to integrate this thing, but we know that integrate this, it gives us what? A pi over 4, sorry. Okay, if we integrate this back, what do we get? This original form, right? So technically, we should write this as the answer, but it's not like that. Question got a root 2 there, so that means you could have taken out the root 2 and then this answer here multiply by a root 2. Can get it?
No.
Okay, wait one more time. So this is when I integrate this,
This form.
I get back my original.
Isn't it? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah,
Correct?
yeah.
But my question is not just this, got a root 2 over there. So by right, I should go and find my answer, then I times the root 2. Because this is the same as taking out the root 2, then integrating this. They are the same. Okay? So when I multiply this by root 2, I should also multiply this answer by root 2. So this one, remember to put in your values. Sub in pi over 4 and 0. The root 2 you want to put inside or leave it out, it doesn't matter because it will not affect your final answer. Okay, but you got to multiply this in because you are finding this thing. So this one you can just go and calculate. One minus sine 0 is 0. Cosine 0 is 1. This one is 0. Cosine pi over 4 is root 2 over 2. Ayo.
I got negative 8.
So let's say this one, how to simplify? 1 minus root 2, flip the 2 up. So we end up having Okay, looks scary, right? Okay, if it's too scary, you just use calculator and find the answer, okay? What's 西瓜? So you call 西瓜? Why you all bully him, ah? No names calling? Is it your nickname? Okay. But of course, if you want to rationalize, you can. But if not, this is good enough. Yes. Okay, but if they say exact, then you have to leave in cert form. Okay, like. Why you anyhow? Can lah, you all must be confident. Can. 2 minutes you also want to steal, huh?
I supposed to go now.
Okay, can.
But I'm not going. I go more at 4.
Okay, going a bit later lah.